Alrighty, so got the sea moth unstuck, and now we're in the Alien Moonpool. So let's check it out. Interesting thing here is if you try to keep the sea moth, surfaced in here, it resists it. So whatever, it's fine. It's fine. We don't want to get it stuck again. That was dicey there for a minute. Med kit. I got warperized there. I don't have one. That's okay. Well, here we are in the lower level. We got the sea moth here. Again, we're just slightly under 100 meters down. So that elevator shaft was quite a drop. What do we have here? There's something in a case. It looks like a gun. Alien rifle. Alien rifle. Strong resemblance to human weaponry in form. This device must have been designed with a humanoid user in mind. Whether the aliens that built this structure were themselves humanoid or otherwise employed the use of humanoids is unclear. What is clear is that they considered defending this facility a necessary precaution. There is no obvious way to remove the rifle from the case. So, there it is. It's very unusual. The segments are not actually connected. Very alien indeed. But that's not the strangest of the mysteries around these parts. At least that's what my gut tells me. Here's another ion cube. Again, listen to the noise it makes. It's literally crackling with energy. Okay, so we can go up on this ramp. We can also go around this way. Ah, it's another one of these arches. We already scanned the one in the cave, so... is there a place to put an ion cube in this one? Doesn't look like it. Oh well. Mental note. Let's sally forth. And go upward. Just heard a noise outside. Who knows what that was? Probably certain doom. Let's go to the same place. What do we have here? Purple tablet. I'll take it. Well, I wonder if Marguerite Maida or the Torgals found this place. Maida seemed to be the one that was more bent on exploration. They'd had to get that purple tablet from somewhere that they had back on the floating island base. Alien device. This looks like something out of Star Fox. Doomsday Device. Scans indicate this device contains enough potential energy to destroy the entire planet, along with most of the solar system. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. Well, indeed. And they just have it here on display. Okay. What have you? Alrighty. Well, you just never know what you're going to find, do you? When you go rummaging around in an alien's attic. Nothing this way. That's fine. We got a force field over here. Are we going to need another tablet?
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
Fascinating. Okay. Ah, How many tablets do we have? I know we have at least one. We have 4. Let's plop it in. I love this. Just sucks it right in there. Satisfying. It's so satisfying, Cletus. Well, that doesn't look ominous. Let's look around here first. Stuck on the corner. What does this mean? I don't know. Are we all gonna die? At some point, yeah, for sure. For sure, we're all gonna die. I'm gonna die, you're gonna die. We're all gonna die. The game is, how long can you put it off? Well, that's obviously the focal point. Let's again check the periphery. Here we are. Well, it moved. Hello? Have you seen a crayon? Can I scan you? Energy core. Energy core. This device houses energy equivalent to a 100 megaton nuclear detonation, which can be channeled through the facility and directed at vessels overhead. We saw that in action just moments ago. Or bent around the planet's gravitational pull to strike targets in orbit. Power is routed via the attached terminal, allowing for the device to be deactivated if necessary. It is currently operating without parameters, suggesting it will target any ship within range. Okay, so this is... Thank you. This is the thing that shot us down and shot the Sunbeam down. And presumably the Degazi as well. Let's see if we can turn it off. That's reassuring. Oh my god.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
Okay, so that explains a lot, actually. That explains why it's shooting down.
Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Okay. Alien facility locations. We might dive first here. Let's read that later. How about that? We don't want YASD today. Not after I got my sea moth unstuck. Alright, do I have any water here? I do not. We just got a hot-footed.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Crash into things. Don't be hazardous with your driving, Jimmy. I turned off the pod. Turn back the pod. The pod indicator. Now, we could get some fish. A raw fish will help us. Like this peeper. But we could just end up screwing around. This, oh, it actually takes water away. I was thinking you got water from that. Maybe it's just the bladderfish. Anyway, we got the bulbo trees up here. It's not a big deal. We don't have to go back to the pod. What am I thinking? We just need to get away from these warpers. We have the intense music playing in the background. Oh yeah, it's intense. It's so intense. Here we go. Don't drive it up on the beach again.
I will not. Freebase cocaine is no longer part of my life.
Let's do the bulbo.
Hey, I'll do some toot now. I'll do a little toot.
That should be fine for now. Is that all of it? I think it is. Oh, one more. All right, let's go back to base. Well, I feel terrible for the crew of the Sunbeam. They got the big shaft. I don't think anybody survived that. Goodness. We do need to come back here and investigate. You know what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've got an idea. We got ion cubes now. Let's use one in the cave over here. How about that? Let's put an ion cube in here and see what it does. Also satisfying. Okay. Well, that sure looks like a portal. Okay, so in real life, if you happened upon this situation, would you just jump in? I don't know, I'd be hesitant. Looks like Riley's a little bit hesitant too. Here we are. Now, where are we? We're someplace else.
Hee-haw. So, friends, when you want the best in potatoes and the best in burlap bags, come to your friendly windmill farm at someplace else and buy them. This commercial was brought to you free over MGR TV. Free TV. It rhymes. Never know what will come to you when you try, do you?
Very picturesque, eh? Take a photo. Okay. I think I know where we're at. And you clever viewers who saw me fall through the fabric of the universe at one point should also know where we're at. If the trees don't give it away. Tesla trees, by the way. I don't know why I was struggling with that so much, but yeah, these are Tesla they're not Tesla trees, but they remind me of the Tesla trees from Hyperion. Yeah, although they're smaller. The Tesla trees are bigger, but, you know, the electric blue glow is what makes me think. So yeah, we're on the floating island. So we now have a quick way to get betwixt and between, at least between these two places. Will there be other places that we can travel to? We'll see. There's not a way in back here. So what importance does this floating island hold for these aliens, huh? That shadow is so goofy. Look at it. The head is just not moving. Anyway, it's okay. The ocean is the priority. There's gel sacks around here. We already got a bunch of them growing. Looks like there's a great abyss here too. We'll want to check that out at some point. Maybe bring our Cyclops over here. Anyhow, I'll meet you back at the base. So if you've been enjoying the episodes so far, we've been doing some new stuff with recaps at the beginning and credit rolls and that sort of thing. If you have enjoyed that, let me know in the comments. It is a lot of effort, requires a lot of effort rather to do those things. So if you don't like them, I'll stop doing them and try something else. Just sneak on in here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I tell you something. We have not built a vehicle modification station. Do we indeed have the blueprints? We do. Or, I'm sorry, not modification station. Upgrade console. So we have the blueprint. Let us do this. Let me get my old pencil out. So I need 3 titanium. I need a chip and wire. And this is for the vehicle upgrade. console. So let me go get that stuff, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Let us build our upgrade console. That's fine for now. It takes up a window slot, so. Alright, tells us our Seamoth is docked. Alright, sorry, we had some kind of a brain glitch there. Anyway, use Fabricator. Here is where we can build all these upgrade modules and storage compartments for our 2 small vehicles. So we have hull reinforcement. That sounds pretty good. Engine efficiency also sounds pretty good. Storage module is always great. For the Seamoth, we have a depth module Mark 1, which we found already. We don't need to make one of these because they don't stack. Solar charger, not bad. Perimeter defense, also pretty good. Seamoth sonar, also good. Seamoth torpedo. I don't think I ever used this. For the prawn suit, we have depth module Mark 1, which we're going to need to make. Don't have nickel, so that's going to have to wait. Prawn suit thermal reactor. We're not going to get kyanite for a real long time, but that'll be something we do. Torpedo arm. And the jump jet upgrade. Hey, that sounds pretty good. Also, torpedoes. We get 2 of these. These are for the prawn suit. So, we don't have... we don't have the mining arm for the prawn suit? Is that true? Okay, well, we'll get it when we get it. I really would have thought we'd have had that by now. Oh well. So right now, is there anything that we want to make? I mean, storage is always good, right? We have a whole lot of titanium, so that's good. Let me pin this and that. I mean, I'm not finding that our Seamoth is particularly energy hungry, but I'll pin this also. We may make these. This I want to make for sure. Let me think about that. Anyhow, what you can do here, you can put a new name in. So let's do that. Let's call it Rock's Moth. How about that? The color, I always like to put a... Wait, click here. Let me use the mouse for this. It might be easier. There we go. It works a lot better with the mouse. I like to use kind of a safety yellow for the submarine. Something like that. The name, we'll leave it in black. The interior, we'll leave in white. The stripe, let's make it red. How about that? There we go. That's not a really... I don't like the stripe. Let's change the stripe. But I like the high-vis paint. Let's change the stripe to something better. We can see now what we're doing. Let's just use something kind of complementary. How about like reflex blue? How's that? Yeah, that's not bad. All right, so upgrades. What do we have in there? We have the depth and we have 1 storage. So we can really only do 2 more. I'll tell you what. Alrighty, so let's hop on over here, access the upgrades. We're going to plug in you, and we're going to plug in you. And depending on which slot you put the storage, it matters, right? So right here is where it shows up if you put it, right there. So let's, all right, so there and there give you storage containers up on the sides of the Seamoth there. Okay. Here and here, put them down on the sides. I don't know which I like better. It doesn't really matter, does it? From a hydrodynamic perspective, it probably really doesn't matter. From a convenience perspective, I'll tell you one thing. Having them on the side that is not the same side as the upgrade panel is probably handy when you're in the water, but here in the moon pool, it's aggravating as heck to have to go around to both sides. So I would think you would want them both on the same side. So something like that. You know, that way you can get that there and get that there. Does that make sense? I don't know, viewers. Let me know what you think in the comments, as usual. So, let's see. Our normal Seamoth stuff, you know, we put it in here. That. Sounds good to me. I'm going to go ahead and consume that water. All right, so that's a decent Seamoth upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and save. I guess the logical thing to do now would be to go back and work on the base in the Cyclops some, you know? So one of the things that I want to have in the Cyclops at all times is the makings of a scanner room. So let me write that down. All right. So that way, if we find a place down deep somewhere or just far away somewhere where we want to set up a new base, we'll have the makings of a scanner room with us. We won't have to go out hunting for things. Likewise, multi-purpose room. We're going to have that with us probably anyway, but I'm going to write it down. What else would you want for just a basic base? Obviously, power. Why am I writing it down? I'm writing it down so that I don't have to constantly bring this menu up when I go and dig the stuff out of my storage to take over to the Cyclops. Two titanium and copper. Okay, so I'm going to get a lot of this stuff together and haul it over to the Cyclops, and we'll continue building some base stuff inside the Cyclops as well. So I'll see you over there. Questions abound. So yeah, I was in the midst of carrying stuff back and forth between the base and the Cyclops, getting us good and set up for mobile base, and that happened.
Captain, all systems online.
Spooky pooky. I'm telling you something that's really driving me nuts. Is you used to be able to put, you see how the lockers are flush on this side? You used to be able to do that on this side too, and I'm not sure why you can't anymore, but that's driving me crazy. Anyway, I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll get back with you soon. Alrighty, folks, we are back. I've done a significant amount of work since last we met. You see here I have my prawn suit docked in the moon pool. I've renamed it, Rocinante. Kind of a Don Quixote reference, of course. And the old rockets in there. That just came to mind. It seemed fine to me. I changed it to red. I could have gone high-vis yellow with it as well, but I don't know. There's just something about these red legs sticking out from the bottom of the moon pool that I just find quite fun. I've also done a whole lot of work on the Cyclops, so let's jump on in. Alright, so the storage situation here is fine for now. I have a single titanium locker, which I probably need 2 of these, but anyway, there's that one. You see, we've got metals on the bottom here. We don't have nickel yet, but we're going to, so we just went ahead and made one for it. And sulfur is stuck there behind the door. That's a non-metal, of course. These are empty. If it just says locker, they're empty. Here's diamond seeds. I have various different seeds in here. You can't store actual gel sacks because they will decompose, right? They have a fairly short shelf life. So we'll put gel sack seeds in here. Also other seeds and samples that will grow, like the brain coral. Got it in there. Rubies, quartz, table coral, stalker teeth. Check this out. Got a whole locker full of stalker teeth. Over here, we have the Makins, and these rooms, matter of fact, I think I took some titanium out of one of these. Scanner room. This is the Makins for a scanner room. Now, this is everything you need for a scanner room. The bioreactor, this is where I took some. Don't have everything in there yet. For a bio, you need 3 titanium, a wiring kit, and some lube. Let's see. What do you need for a wiring kit? Well, I'll make that later. It's not important. This is for if we get somewhere and we really, really want to set up a base, okay? So there's some power. Up here is stuff for solar. It's not complete yet. That would be solar and thermal, possibly. And then here's a basic base. This is a multi-purpose room and a hatch. Okay? Everything you need to get a base going, to get the scanner going. And I really do need to finish the power component. So let's do that. I forget. We haven't made a wiring kit in so long. What all do we need? Okay, 2 silver. In the dive chamber here, I've put the fabricator and keep calm, kitty. So every time we jump out, there it is. And that look great. Silver, silver, silver. Here we go. Get a couple of them. Let's go ahead and make that wiring kit. Alrighty. And we'll plop it in. So, 3 titanium, a wiring kit, and lube. So we're good for power. Solar is 2 quartz, 2 titanium, and copper. What have we got in there? We got 2 titanium, so that's 2. So I need 4 quartz. I'm going to go ahead and put enough for 2 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a couple of coppers. Alrighty. Very good. So we're ready. I mean, this is a basic base right here. If there's enough sunlight, we got solar. If not, we got a bioreactor and a scanner room. We're good to go. I'm running low on magnetite, or I would have stashed what we need for range upgrades, right? But I only have 1 magnetite left. On this side, in addition to the base stuff, this space just kind of has to be here for some reason. They have changed the collision detection in the Cyclops inside. You cannot make as neat a base as you used to be able to in here. These lockers, you used to be able to stack them up on both sides the same way. Since you have to leave a space here, here's a place. I just plopped those floating lockers in there. And the lockers here, they stick out weirdly into the room. I distinctly remember being able to put lockers all the way down this hall. But anyway, that's enough complaining. Up there's the sea moth in the high-vis colors. And again, this base is not finished. This is just what I could put together with what I've got right now. I've got Chinese potatoes growing on either side of the prop shaft. Seemed like the engine room would be a good place to grow plants, right? Because it's going to be warm in here. We are not fully charged, but almost fully charged. The lights have drained us down in the hour or so. I guess I've been futzing with this maybe longer. I don't know. And there's another Chinese potato on that side. Anywho, this room will eventually become like a lounge. But for right now, it's a medkit factory. So that works for me. This is kind of my bedroom. Again, I'm going to decorate this a little bit more as we go, but the bed, you used to be able to put this bed right up in this corner. You can't do that anymore. This is the only way this will work. If you turn the head of the bed to that direction, which I prefer having my head on that side, this door becomes really difficult to get through. Got a grow bed here. We got some marble melons going. I'm working on probably can't slash because they're not right on the edge. Again, you used to be able to stick this up a little bit closer to the wall. In here, in the bridge, I've got an away mission locker, which obviously I'm going to have to move because of that. Anyhow, here's an away mission locker. This would be where I'm going to put the Sea Glide or the repulsion cannon, things like that I don't really need to carry around, like the base builder. Don't need it in my pocket right now. I also got a couple extra fire extinguishers in there. Here's that lantern tree I was telling you about. I do wish there was a way to rotate objects once they're built, because I'd like to have it rotated where this sort of broad side of the tree was more aligned with the back wall. But anyway, it's no big deal. We turn the light off in here. Again, there used to be a little bit more glow off of these, I swear. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm misremembering things, but that doesn't matter. And up here we have a radio. I finally put another radio inside the Cyclops. So now, when we're out and about, we can just pick up radio transmissions on the go. And speaking of radio transmissions, let me go ahead and save the game and see what this message is that's waiting for us. Also, we have to wonder, what was that weird entity that spoke to us telepathically? Maybe we'll learn more about that as we go.
This is Lifepod 7. Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to databank.
All right, so we may have a survivor here. Let us go to the beacon manager. Let's turn the Lifepod off for now. And the Cyclops on. Codes and clues, Lifepod 7. A distress signal has been received from Lifepod 7, but the attached coordinates were corrupted. Last available photographic data has been downloaded and analyzed. Crew reported problems with their onboard fabricator, sunk to 200 meters in an area of low ecological activity. Transmission origin approximately 1 kilometer southwest of the Aurora's stern section. Very good. Okay. Tell you something. One more thing I want to do before we go off gallivanting. Come on, honey. There we go. I should have gone down on the other end. Anyway, look at that keep calm kitty. Boom, boom. You probably guessed what I'm doing. Boom, boom. Let me make 3. Let me make 3. What am I making? The beacon. 1 kilometer southwest of Aurora's stern. Let me write that down. I have my notebook in front of me, and having the notebook in front of me helps me keep from having to bring the data pad up so much. So 1 kilometer. All right, let's go see if we can find that Lifepod 7.
Engine powering up.
We're going to take the old Cyclops. Why not? Move gently away from the base. Okay, so there's the Aurora. And we want to be careful about going near the Aurora because There's a stalker over there in the crash zone, you know what I mean? So we're wanting to go about 1 kilometer astern. Southwest. Okay, so first thing I want to do is turn the Lifepod beacon back on, because that's close to the Aurora. That serves as sort of a poor man's Aurora beacon. So we were in a mountainous zone, right? So we're going to go southwest. We're going to save because we could very easily run into trouble. Very, very easily. There's a reef bag. Okay, so we're looking at, we want to be about 200 meters down. Okay. And a kilometer away. Keep an eye on the old sonar. If a Leviathan shows up, it'll show up yellow on here. When it notices you, it will turn red. Alrighty, we are entering the correct region, I'm pretty sure. These kind of craggy formations. Whoa! Careful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the right zone. Ram-a-lam. Alright, let me descend some. Let's look at the camera. Alright, there's the bottom. I do wish that there was a depth indicator on the camera. You know, that would be nice. But that's okay. We can just pop out like that. So let's see. Let's go ahead and set her down some more. Oh, wow, we're close. Yikes. Don't get much closer than that, folks. That looks like... Is that not just kind of a terrifying sight? And we got another radio message. Conning Tower. What's come about? I'm thinking... So there's the pod. So the Aurora's over here. We need to kind of head this way. Ah, Biggie. Biggie's here. We're exploring the depths today, Biggie. What do you think? There's a camera, or a cave. That's not ominous at all. What do you think, Big? Yeah, we're at about 200 meters. Yeah, we're close to the rock, I'm aware. Now might actually be a good time to get out and maybe explore with the old sea moth. Before you do, best practice. It may attract something, I'm not sure. I can't remember if the lights attract or not. Don't bang on the bottom, please. Okay. Alright, so I chose the sea moth as our exploration vehicle because it's just a little bit more swift, I guess. Or sometimes there's just no substitute for just getting in there, you know what I mean? Always needing more copper. Which I'll take. This is a neat little structure, isn't it? It's a neat little mini cave. Pretty cool. We are in Leviathan territory. I hate to tell you. I'm pretty sure there's a Reaper around here somewhere. Okay, so 200 meters would seem to indicate this plateau down here, correct? Yeah. So, there's the Lifepod. So the Aurora is right in there somewhere. How far are we from the Lifepod? Well, about 950. This crack... Oh, my goodness. Sorry, fish. This crack looks familiar. Is this not where there was another Lifepod down here? Wasn't there one down here? Or am I... Boy, I'm just not taking it easy on the fish today, am I? There's a vent down here. And... something to scan? I thought I saw something weird over here, but... maybe it was the gel sack. I mean, I know I could turn on the beacon, but I'd rather just trust my instinct. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think this is where we encountered our first gel sack. This vent. We have scanned a vent. I don't know if... no. There's a ruby. There's another ruby. You know what? I'm going to just leave the sea moth for now. Wow. A lot of lithium. I have a lot of lithium, but I'm going to grab it anyway. Lithium's one of those things that, you know, you kind of use a lot of. I want one of you for the fish tank when I finally get it going. This is a beautiful area. And I'm getting distracted, aren't I? Ah. I know where this goes. And we need to go back and get the boat. Yeah. We need to do what we came here for first. This is very beautiful, but very eerie at the same time. I need 2 Reginalds. Is it true you need 2? What is that? Rock grub. Forgot about these things. Oh, come on. Not you again. Well, the grub's gone. We'll get it sometime. Alright. Where did I leave the sea moth? There it is. I did get 2 Reginalds, yeah. I think you need 2 for them to reproduce. I don't know how many rubies you need in life. How about you viewers? How many rubies do you need for happiness? I don't, let me know in the comments. But yeah, one of my favorite biomes is just around the corner. Don't we get distracted here, do we? We can get this one too. Would you stop, you frickin' bleeder? Darn you. Alright. So, let's find the pod, and then we will do some more exploring. The design of this game is so good. You know, you think... I've been thinking, what do I do next? What am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? I don't remember what to do next. But the game does a really good job at leading you from one place to another. Organically, as they say. Okay. So, let's find this pod.